So today, Thursday, day before the business plan, okay, for both of you, okay, both of you will be on the call tomorrow morning. We're going to be doing your I call it business strategy session because it's more about strategy than just planning. Planning, we're going to get to the next level when you're working with some of the Facebook mentors if we go there, okay? So let's go over. So we did step 16 yesterday, right, Lynn?
Yep.
Okay, you jumped on first. I'm going to start with you first. Okay. All right, good. And step 16 talked about the 3 levels of training that the one-on-one training that Theo does in his programs, right? What did you like the most about that? Go ahead.
I found out that the best thing to do is stay focused, keep in contact with your mentor,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, all the mistakes that he made, money that he wasted and time that he wasted, I'm glad I've got a mentor.
Exactly, yeah. So did you know that mentoring or consulting, kind of put them in one big group, that is over $1 billion industry in North America alone? Did you know that? The reason is because we all have a need to learn from others because what it does, it shortens the learning curve. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when I sent you those goal sheets, remember those 3 questions at the top?
Yep.
I'm going to go over those 3 questions with you right now. I'm going to go more in depth with you tomorrow, but let's go over those questions, why that's critical. So the number 1 question we ask on that is, what are some of your traits, personality traits, and things like that have held you back in being successful in the past? What did you write on that one? Do you remember?
I didn't feel like I had the knowledge to do something like this. Plus, being a wife, mother, and holding down a job, I didn't have the time.
Okay.
And I was brought up that a job was the most important thing and that you should always do your best and work hard at it.
Exactly. So people sometimes have a fear that comes into play, right? Or they have a trait like procrastination, right? And they put things off. They're just not motivated. It comes down to the number 1 thing what gets people to do something, and it's a 4-letter word. It's called goal, or I should say 5-letter goals, right? When you have a goal, something in life you want to achieve, what happens to your motivation? It goes up, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if your motivation, if there's no goal and you just kind of go through life, right, having a job, making ends meet, your motivation to get is not really there. So once you know what's possible, your fear minimizes. And what is fear? What do you think fear is? Remember the next question? What are some of your fears? The next question, number 2. What did you write over there?
Failure was my biggest one.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Keith. Yeah, we're going to, let Kevin know, text him or something that we're going to be on for just a few more minutes. So what did you say? I'm sorry, Glenn?
I put down failure as my biggest
Failure,
one.
yeah. But you see, entrepreneurs know that when they go into a business that they're going to experience setbacks and failures, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in order to insulate from those failures, well, it's not that they don't think about them that much, but they have protection. And how do they get protection? They get work with people that are successful. It's just like I was just the other day, I was looking at Roman history, Caesar, for example. One of the things that he did, he was very bold. Even though he knew he might lose, he still set out. Why? Because he had confidence in his soldiers. He had confidence in his equipment that they will be successful. So the way to eliminate fear, okay, is to have confidence. And how do you get confidence? Is when you have tools and you have training, right? Just imagine if you're a soldier, okay, and you said, okay, here's a knife, go out and fight, and you were given nothing else, versus if you were given additional tools like a machine gun, equipment, helmet, everything, what would happen to your confidence?
It would go way up.
It would go way up, exactly. Especially this part right here, training. So you know how to use the equipment, okay? It's no good having a gun and everything and you don't know how to use it, right? It's nice, you might just shoot in all directions, it might even hurt yourself. So this part here, tools and training, eliminate fear. And I want you to write this down. Fear is false evidence that appears real. F-E-A-R. False evidence that appears real. So fear is not really there. And the reason we get fear is because we lack in these areas. The more you lack in this area, the more fulfilled you'll be in this area, which you don't want to be, right?
Right.
You'll have an abundance of fear if you lack in tools and training. And where do you get that? That's through mentorship. Okay? Mentorship. All right. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So you have to go in tomorrow into that business strategy session knowing you could do this. And how do you know you could do this? Because this is what's available to you. Make sense?
Okay.
Let's go to Chelsea.
I have one question.
Yeah, I'm going to come back for questions because I don't want to leave Chelsea
Okay.
out. That's what I do is I go over your session first, your training, what you watched, and then I come back for questions. So just stick around. Chelsea, you're next. You
Okay.
finished step 16, I think, too?
You want me to review 15?
Okay, yeah. So you did 50. Okay, so tonight you're going to review 16, but let's go over what you got out of 15 this time around. This is about that mentorship call. Give us some takeaways. I'll let you talk.
I appreciate that. With the mentor, is having someone to help guide you to the right direction so you don't have to be lost. And because doing this, it is confusing. So having a mentor who's been in your shoes to help guide you to success is definitely, like you said, building a confidence.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I want you to write this or draw this as a square with two ends, okay?
Yeah.
This is like a maze. You know, if you ever go in a maze, right, there's all kinds of directions and things like that, and you end up going out, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is a shortcut, okay? So one student was given this task, and this is, you know, say, everybody, I want you to figure out. So all these students were figuring out how to get there. They were thinking, you know, okay, how do I do this? And it took them like many, many hours. One sharp student says, you know how to get there? Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom. That's called thinking outside of the box. Everybody was thinking inside of the box.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, it took them so long to figure out how to get there. Thinking outside of the box. Another analogy I'll use is this. There was a truck. Watch this. And I want to see if you guys can get this, okay? So that's one. I'm just going to leave that there. So let's just draw a little truck here. Okay? I'm not so good at drawing. So this is a truck. It's going down the road. And it ends up, and this is a bridge. Okay? And the bridge was at a certain height, whatever. Let's just say it's 12 feet. The truck was 12 feet and 3 inches tall. So what you can imagine what had happened when it got there. It got stuck right underneath that bridge. This is the bridge. Now my question to you is this. How do you think they got out of there? Like they came in and they said, oh, call the tow truck. What are we going to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that when this truck got stuck underneath it because it was too tall and it just got wedged into it, right? Got wedged into it. How many people can think of an answer? Tow truck would be one. Any other solutions?
Back up.
What's that?
Back up.
But it's wedged in. They tried. I mean, they couldn't. It got stuck. It got wedged in. Hold on. Sorry. Anybody else? Kevin? Chelsea?
I was thinking with the bridge when they lift up, but
No, the wedge, it's stuck. Here's the answer. Ready? You'll never think of
Okay.
this. You take the air out of the tires. Just enough so the truck gets slower. Now, see, so what I'm getting at is a mentor, somebody who has experienced this or somebody who's been through that can save you a lot of time and money. I have an example. One of my students, his name is Lawrence. He might be on the call tomorrow. He spent about $8,000 on marketing, okay? And he got like maybe $500 worth of sales. because he decided to go in this truck and hire a tow truck driver to pull him out. Now, I'm just using an analogy here. In marketing, he went out like crazy, spent lots of money on ads, got about $500-600 worth of sales. What's wrong with that picture? Same thing here. No mentor. Okay? So if he had taken some of that money, hired a mentor, do you think his results would be different?
Yeah.
Kevin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He would probably know it in the first 5,000 that those results are coming in different rather than spending 8,000. But that happens, we're human nature. We want to try things on our own sometimes. We say, hey, you know what? I don't want to spend that much money on a mentor because I think I could do better because of what I've learned from these videos. Okay. And there's some people that will. Not to say it's not doable. Okay. I never think of the word impossible. Okay. That's being an entrepreneur. But you want to work smart. You don't necessarily always want to work hard. You do need to work hard, but you also want to work smart all the time. You should work hard some of the time, but work smart all the time. That's one of the rules of how millionaires happen, because they always figure out a way. Now, he probably spent a few hours figuring this out by just being more objective, because when you're in there, they're figuring out only this is the way to get through. There's other ways. So hope that helps you. Kevin,
Yes.
what step did you finish, my friend?
Say it again.
What step did you finish?
10.
Okay, so you're just starting. So your business plan is coming up next week, just like Chelsea and Lynn had to put through last week. So tell me this: 10, you've got your niche set up, right?
Yes.
What's your niche you chose?
Hair
Good.
care, hair product.
Yeah, we both need that. Okay, I'll be your big customer with what I have so far left. But that's good. That's good. All right. So continue with that. I want you to finish step 11 for tomorrow. If you can do 12, Chini's going to open up to 12 for you. Okay.
Okay. I have a problem with. I picked my domain name, and they sent me a verification, but they sent me a verification of it spelled wrong. Should I continue?
No, good question. Just send them an email back saying, hey, this is spelled wrong. Maybe there's a little error on it, and they'll fix it for you. Or do me a favor, send me the domain name on Skype, okay? I'll forward it to support as well. It's not a big issue, okay? So today, I don't have much consulting with you today because you're just starting your training. So be back for tomorrow in the regular group call like you did today, and we'll go over step through 12, and I'll get that thing fixed for you. It's not a big issue, okay? For you, Lynn, let's go back to your questions.
Yeah, when I was going through 16,
Mm-hmm.
Tio goes into all these different options, like the lemonade stand, mom and pop, you know, all that stuff. I mean, all of those sound really good. I guess I'm kind of wondering how high the cost is on those.
I'm going to go over the numbers tomorrow because I have to go through certain things about them, what's involved in it. So that's the reason we do the business strategy call tomorrow. Okay, so that's why it takes me about 45 minutes to an hour to break it down and how it works. Okay, so I'll show you how that works, how the funding process works, and all that. Okay, but those are different levels of training. So we're going to get into, and in fact, oh geez, I've got another meeting coming up. So I'll go over that tomorrow with you.
Okay.
Be here for tomorrow. Chelsea, any question from you?
Did you still want to go over my business plan questionnaire, or
I'm going to go over that with you tomorrow morning. Okay.
Okay.
So those numbers you already submitted for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So yeah, just be here tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I'm going to call you just a little bit before to go over those numbers. Okay.
Okay.
So be on Skype available, and we'll get started. Chini's going to send you a link to register for the call. So make sure you do that. Okay.
Okay.
Kevin, be on for tomorrow. Finish up step 12. You know what to do?
Yes.
All right. And send me your domain thing and we'll get that fixed. Not a problem.
This 8 o'clock meeting, do we have to put that on your calendar?
Lynn, you don't have to be on my calendar tomorrow because we're going to send you the registration link. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Talk to you both tomorrow. Have a great day.
Bye.